What if the person you loved most came back not to stay, but to heal the wound they left behind? Heartland Season 20 opens with a feeling fans never expected to feel again. Hope mixed with heartbreak, peace mixed with pain. And at the center of it all is Ty. Not as a shock twist, not as a miracle return, but as something far more emotional. Episode 1 doesn't just start a new season. It opens an old wound gently and asks a hard question: has Amy truly healed, or has she only learned how to survive without him? Season 20, Episode 1 begins quietly, almost carefully, as if the show itself is afraid to speak too loud. The Heartland Ranch looks the same on the outside, but the feeling is different. There is a calm in the air, yet it feels heavy. This is not the calm of peace. It is the calm that comes after loss, when life keeps moving even though something important is missing. Amy is back at the center of the story, but she is not the same woman we once knew. She is stronger now, more grounded, but there is still a softness in her eyes that tells us the pain never truly left. The episode shows her going through her daily routine at the ranch, working with horses, caring for others, staying busy. But beneath every action is a quiet truth. She has learned how to live without Ty, but she has never stopped feeling his absence. The show uses silence in a powerful way. Long pauses, slow moments, familiar places that now feel empty. Ty is never mentioned directly at first, yet his presence is everywhere. In the house, in the land, in Amy's memories. This is how Heartland reminds us that love does not disappear when someone is gone, it lingers. What makes this opening so strong is that it does not rush emotion. It allows the audience to sit with Amy's unspoken feelings. She is not broken, but she is not fully healed either. And that is exactly where Season 20 begins. Not with drama or chaos, but with emotional honesty. The kind that hurts because it feels real. This slow, emotional opening prepares us for what's coming next. Because when someone you love deeply returns, even in a small, unexpected way, it changes everything. And Episode 1 is quietly setting the stage for that moment. As Episode 1 moves forward, something begins to feel different. Not obvious, not loud. Just a gentle shift in emotion that longtime Heartland fans will notice right away. Ty is still gone, yet the episode keeps reminding us of him in quiet, meaningful ways, a familiar place. A memory tied to the ranch. A moment where Amy pauses, as if she senses something she can't explain. The show does not rush into answers. Instead, it lets the feeling grow slowly. Amy starts noticing small things that pull her back into the past. Moments where she remembers Ty's voice, his advice, his steady presence in her life. These are not flashbacks meant to shock the viewer. They feel natural, like the way memories appear in real life when you least expect them. What makes these moments powerful is how Amy reacts to them. She does not break down. She does not run away. She listens. She reflects. It shows how much she has grown since Ty's death. Before, his memory brought pain. Now it brings a mix of sadness and comfort. That balance is important. It tells us Amy is no longer stuck in grief, but she is not done healing either. The episode also uses the ranch itself as a reminder of Ty's legacy. Every corner of Heartland holds a piece of him, his work, his values, the life he helped build with Amy. Even when he is not on screen, his influence guides her choices. This makes his presence feel real, even without him physically being there. By the end of this section, the audience begins to understand something important. Ty's return is not about undoing the past. It is about helping Amy face it. The signs are subtle, but they are clear enough to prepare us. Something emotional is coming, something meaningful. And when Ty finally appears, it won't feel forced. It will feel earned. The moment Ty returns is not loud or dramatic. There is no sudden music, no big surprise meant to shock the audience. Instead, it happens in the most Heartland way possible, soft, emotional, and deeply personal. Amy is alone when it happens, surrounded by the familiar comfort of the ranch. And then there he is, Ty, calm, steady, just as she remembers him. This return is not about bringing Ty back to life. It is about bringing his presence back to Amy's heart. Whether this moment is a vision, a memory, or something spiritual, The show keeps it open on purpose. What matters is not how Ty appears, but why. He is there because Amy still carries words she never said and feelings she never fully faced. Amy's reaction says everything. She is not afraid. She does not question what she is seeing. Instead, her face softens, and for the first time in a long while, she allows herself to feel everything at once: love, loss, relief, sadness. It is clear that this moment is something she needs, not something she imagined out of weakness. Ty does not come back to reopen wounds. He comes back to help close them. His presence feels peaceful, reassuring Amy that she is doing okay, that she is strong, and that moving forward does not mean forgetting him. This is the heart of the scene. The message is simple but powerful. Love does not end, even when life moves on. For fans, this moment is emotional because it respects Ty's legacy. The show does not undo his death. Instead, it honors the impact he had on Amy and the ranch. His return is not about staying, it is about letting go the right way. This scene changes the tone of the entire season. It gives Amy something she has been missing since Ty's death: quiet closure. And with that closure comes the possibility of a new chapter. One that begins not with pain but with acceptance. After Ty's emotional return, the episode does not rush to the next plot point. Instead, it allows the meaning of that moment to settle in. Amy is changed, not in a sudden or dramatic way, but in a quiet, steady way that feels real. There is a sense of peace in her actions now, as if a weight she has been carrying for years has finally been set down. Ty's return sends a clear message about the direction of season 20. This season is not about replacing what was lost. It is about honoring it while still moving forward. Amy does not forget Ty, and the show makes it clear that she never will. But she no longer feels trapped by the past. His presence gave her permission to live fully again, without guilt. This moment also affects the Heartland Ranch as a whole. Ty's values, kindness, patience, and care continue to guide the family. Even when he is not physically there, his influence shapes the choices everyone makes. Season 20 builds on that idea, showing how love can remain part of a family story even after loss. For the audience, this opening episode sets emotional expectations. Season 20 will be reflective, it will be heartfelt. It will focus on healing, rather than heartbreak. Ty's return is not a promise that everything will be easy, but it is a reminder that growth is possible. Most importantly, Episode 1 tells fans that Heartland still understands its core. It knows that real drama does not always come from big twists, but from honest emotion. Ty's return is not about changing the past. It is about shaping the future, and as the season continues, one thing becomes clear: some people never truly leave the places they love. They live on in the choices, the memories, and the hearts they help shape. Season 20 begins with that truth and carries it forward.